shoddy operation he thinks we're running here.
Sky, you're just the dude. Well, we together are the dude. I think our show at Charlie's at Touchmark was amazing. I did reach out to Ryan and Justice, trying to score a gig for this girl I like. I wonder how that's all going to turn out. Is there anything I can do for you today?
Yes. When it's 11:30, and if the service is still going, I will
Dude, you're welcome to leave after the second song.
I'll very politely just kind of unplug.
No, you're welcome to leave. You're welcome to leave after the second song.
I'll be very, very discreet.
Yeah. In fact, what I would do is after your second song, just unplug your guitar. Let's actually plan for that. So where do?
Is there a cord that you guys have so that I don't have to go over there and unplug my cord? That'd be.
Oh yeah, of course. Is that your cord? Yeah, we'll get one. We'll get one. Sure.
Then I wouldn't call attention to myself. Okay, so I guess we gotta wait for Justin.
Yeah.
It's in B flat. Yeah, I'm playing.
So it is B.
Yeah, I'm playing in G, but I'm.
Dude, I got people tell me, oh, play this in whatever.
Yeah, no.
And then I start playing. It's like that's not what you're playing.
I know. I'm surprised how many people don't are able to, like Sadie at the I'm like it's in D, it's in E, but I play it in D on the cable of the second fret. So she's like, wait, is it in D or E? It's in E, but you're playing a D. I know because I got the cable. I was just surprised that people don't like. So I'm so confused. Do I play it in D or E? Like, if you put the cable on the second fret, you'll do it in D. Like if you're following my fingers, you better put the. If you're looking at my fingers and trying to put the cable on the second fret like me.
I look at it like if a plumber came to your house and you're like, my toilet's clogged. Can you fix it? They're like, oh yeah, I'm a plumber. And then you're like, you hold up the plunger and say, do you need this? And they go, what's that? I think I need a different plumber. You know what I mean?
I do. I know exactly what you mean.
In music, there's like a certain thing that you expect people to have.
Right. Well, she's got a degree from Berkeley, so I was surprised. Yeah, I was very, very surprised. Sadie. Yeah. And she was.
School of Music.
Yes. Yes. You don't think so? You think she's lying? No, she's not lying. Sadie. Yeah, she's very good. She when she's by herself, she's very good. I didn't think we sounded well together at all. It wasn't a match.
If you graduated from Berkeley School of Music, you can play.
Right. Well, she can play.
Like,
But
I
you.
don't mean play, I mean play.
I know she can play, but I was just surprised that she wasn't able to transpose right because she was watching my fingers and I was capable on the second fret. She wasn't, and she was doing while I was playing the E, she was playing the D. It was bad, and she didn't catch it right away. She would have been. It was just a bad day for her. It was a bad day for her.
That rocks my world. Because I was like, okay, great. I like her. She's kind of, she's kind of got a funny vibe to her.
It's in B flat, and I think the only three chords are the 1 and the 4 and the 5. I think.
Do you think you're
I don't think there's any minor chords. Check the microphone. Check the microphone. Whoa, starting over. Well, good. I don't even know the words. I thought I could remember some of the words. Well, the road rolls on like a welcome mat to a better place than the one you're at. I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all of this town I can stand. And I got friends out on the coast, We can jump in the water to see what floats. We've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be the four-leaf clover, starting over. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb.
the chain and don't let you get away.
True that.
Silence them. Good morning, and welcome to pre-service meditation here at Center for Spiritual Living, Prescott. My name is John Haas, and I'm one of the licensed professional practitioners here. And it's my joy to offer you this meditation as October and the moon wanes. Today's theme, I see clearly. So let's get centered and prepare to be in that silent communication with the divinity that lives within at all times. Start with the breath. The breath connects us to this very moment. As we breathe in, hold, and release. The cycle of in and out keeps us aware of the present time. Inhale, hold, and exhale with an ah. And you can continue that as it feels. And then just return to your easy and natural breath. That breath that breathes you. Check in with your body. See if there's any part of you that needs a little extra attention. Perhaps your toe or an ankle, a niggling little knee, an unhappy hip. Maybe it's your neck, needs a roll. It's been working so hard holding up that head. Perhaps you brought in some thoughts, a worry, a doubt. Just let them go. We don't need them here this morning. They'll wait for you. Now in this quiet place, can prepare for a few moments of silence. When I practice my meditation, I go inside. Inside to my breath. Inside below my very breath. And there a vast cathedral awaits. This is my still place. Deep inside of me. And you have your still place. And when I'm there, there's a clarity and a peace that is beyond mere words. I'm held. In this place, I can see beyond the usual noise, beyond my stories, free of worry, free of doubt, so as we get ready to go inside, if some thought should arise or some feeling, don't chase it. Just remember and say to yourself, I see clearly. 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 Today and in the days ahead, if you find yourself confused, triggered, running with fear or worry, recall the peace that was right here. Recall the clarity of our breath. Recall how we see with the eyes of God, it all becomes clear. Notice how the world and her peoples shift before your very eyes when you see with the eyes of God. I see clearly. Namaste.
realize that. Oh, my heart. So happy. Good morning, everyone. You want to switch up the... never mind. Whatever. Hey, I'm Jackson. I'm playing music with... I'm going to tell my mother you said so. She knows better than that. Yeah. I told my mom once, because there's me and my brother and my sister, and I told her, I said, you know, between the three of us, you did get the kid you wanted. If you add us all together. You can just pretend you have an only child. That's really amazing. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I'm Jackson, and playing some music here today. Up in the vibes. I appreciate I love doing the meditation. If you haven't been to the before service meditation, where a practitioner spends more time, does a pre-service meditation for 15 minutes. If you've never taken the time to come check that out, I've never been to the pre-service meditation and been like, well, that was a waste of time. It's really, usually, they really have time to dig into something, and it's usually pretty powerful. So I encourage you to take part in that. And I love playing music for that. Anyway, look who we have here today. Me and Sky were just becoming bros. We play assisted living places together. We play here together. We play on Whiskey Row together. Big shows together. Just, it's amazing, man. We're like Hall & Oates. Anyway, and Tracy is here as well, and so we're looking forward to her talk. And I asked Sky to come up, and Bob is not here. Now, for those of you who are new, we have a guy he signs the entire service. His name is Bob. And I'm trusting that he's signing it correctly because I have no idea what's going on. But it's fun to watch, and I believe he sincerely tries his best to sign accurately. And I'm assuming he's doing a great job. But he's been missing. I got to check in on him. And he's usually the one that bosses you around. See, because I hate bossing people around. Huh? This song is about choosing to be together. And I would say that today, the challenge for us as practicers of CSL is to choose to be unified with people that maybe we don't agree with about everything. And make that an effort today. Let's sing this together. Love is but a song we sing, feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make an angel cry. And though the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why, some may come and some may go, and we will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. That was for all the hippies in the
Stay
congregation
stay-
today.
Good morning. I wanted to introduce John. He's our practitioner of the day, and he is also a board member and serves and does great things for our community. And I just wanted to highlight that he brings a big smile, a strong personality, and a lot of expertise. And I am very grateful for him. So, yay, John. Thank you. Thank you, John. And there are other practitioners. Sharon's in the audience, I see. Miss Hazel's here. We have, our practitioners love to hold the light of truth against your false belief. Now, I'll explain that a little bit more in the talk, but a false belief is essentially when we believe something that's not true, and then our outward manifestation of it is basically what's happening. That's how we know it's not true, because we don't want that to happen. So practitioners are bound by principle, and there's 12 of them actually. And on the journal sheets that I created for you, today the talk is about grace, but on the journal sheets, all 12 principles and all of your I deserves are balanced against the principles, so that you can look at your life and the things you don't look, you can measure them against that. So please stop and pick up a journal sheet. That's one. My name is Reverend Tracy. I'm the senior minister here at Centers for Spiritual Living Prescott. And I'm so grateful that you're here. My energy goes up 5 notches when I'm up here, so I have to remember to slow down. But I am so deeply grateful. Grace has all brought us here together, and Grace has a great message for us today. We have Jackson on the keys, Sky on the, I'm gonna say guitar because I don't really know, and just back in audio, we have Diane and Aaron with the children. Sudra is doing the birthday. Kay and Nancy up here for lighting our candles. We have a great community that comes together to make this happen for you. I show up, put on my mic, and then get to talk and try to remember what I'm supposed to say. Without all of you, we would not be in community. I am deeply, deeply grateful that Spirit Grace has brought me here to be with you, and I truly, it is the light of my life, and I wanted to say thank you and welcome Sunday. If you are online, continue eating your ice cream, chips, soda, whatever you indulge, your PJs. You know, it is kind of getting chilly and crisp outside. But if you ever so choose to come visit us, we promise to love you up in person. And we are grateful for your presence as well. A couple of announcements. Journal sheets we talked about. Practitioners we talked about. Thanksgiving. So there is a slide for Thanksgiving. I will be out. I am having a surgical procedure. Nothing serious, but it'll just put me out for a couple weeks. Last year we had a great time. So what we're looking for is someone to set up, serve, and clean up. Cleanup was a bear last year, I'll be honest with you. It was me, Kathleen, and Bill, and we were here till midnight washing dishes and cleaning. So what I think we could get better at is just that cleanup portion. But if anybody is interested in hosting Thanksgiving here, we have a lot of people that really look forward to it. And we would love to, you can email the office, you can email me or call me or talk to Sudra. There are a lot of ways to get in touch with us, but we'd hate to miss that. But if for some reason we do, then we will do something more towards Christmas. Not on Christmas, because that's kind of even more difficult than Thanksgiving, but we'll just move our community dinner and we'll transplant it to December in some time where I'll be available. But and I'm sure Spirit already has it planned, in the process, and done. We're just calling on you to see if that's a call you would like to answer. Kitchen help, always. Our Song of Sister resale, I said we're up. That's going to kick off in January. We have someone working on our last step to show eBay that we are a nonprofit. That has been a bear, but Spirit has come through with someone for us to rely on to help that. So if you have any listing capabilities, or you have your own resale, or you know anything about that world, we'd love your help. Board applications, I am in the process of remaking them, putting some more detailed questions in, and our business meeting was moved to February last year, so we're going to run to February, so we have a little bit more time, and those applications will be out available to you. So look for those. Clay will have a slide. I think that's it. That's all that's on my list. So I, again, welcome you. I look forward to today, to the talk, and I deeply appreciate you, and I am honored and grateful. Stay. Is it not working? It's gone? Is it in? Oh, is it hitting? I'll stick it in my ear like that. Look it, don't I look cute? It's a Halloween costume. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Never mind. I like to think I'm funny. I really do. But without further ado, we deeply appreciate you. And John's. Oh, thank you. Just stand up and yell at me next time.
So recognizing, remembering whose we really are. We recall that there's only one power and one presence, one perfect peace that we all share together. We can call it God, we can call it good, but by any name, it is everywhere and every when. And that means it's right here with you in your seat, with the people at home or at some other space and time watching this service online. So what we know and we give thanks for is that this is truly a great day with sunshine and clear skies ahead. We have wonderful Lucy in the Sky music, quietly playing a new song. We've got Sky here. We've got all of you here. And that is something special. So being grateful for my teaching, for this way of being, for all that we come together to see, I just say thank you. And I send these words into the action of love and law, knowing that it is already done in the mind of God. And we can anchor that with, and so it is.
So a lot of people, I think this is true for me when I first started coming here. A lot of things that I heard here, not all, but definitely some of the things I heard here weren't things that I had never thought of before, never heard before, never felt before, but was like, oh yeah, I already believe that. And so there's a lot of artists who are CSL artists, and they may not even know what CSL is. They just know it from inside of them. And it's like, well, that's what we're talking about here. And one of them is this guy that a lot of people have never heard of, lesser known person. His name's Willie Nelson. I don't know if you heard of him. Anyway, this is a Willie Nelson song. And if you know it, sing along. And if you don't know it yet, learn it and then sing along. There is no criteria of actually being good at singing to be a part of the CSL Tabernacle Choir. Singing tune, unnecessary. Singing loud, who cares? Mumbling some of the words, fantastic. Sing along. Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for, make sure it's really what you want, because your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you do not know. And if you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Whenever you are sleeping and your dreams take you away, well, go on with your dreaming and listen to what they say. And if you hear spirits talking, you know their wisdom can't be bought. So apply it to your thinking, and energy follows thought. Well, your mind is in control, even though you do not know. I realize you can practice that. Imagine what you want. You got it? Okay. And get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's really what you want. Double check. Because your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Because your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Because your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought.
Following the energy. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark cloud that made me blind. I can see clearly now beyond my story. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Let's take that thought into a little silence right now. If I could get the candlelighters to come join me. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the science of mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths humans take in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. We light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and the earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of the indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, sky, and her waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For all the goddess traditions celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And of course, for the science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. So if you'll join me for our affirmation on the screen, we'll say,
On the screen.
coming up soon.
Hey, Justin, hit the next slide.
'Cause I am here for God. My purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything I do. The good I seek for myself is what I desire for all people everywhere. And so it is.
Well, the road rolls on like a welcome mat to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all of this town I can stand. And I got friends out on the coast. We can jump in the water and see what flows. We've been saving for the rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Starting over. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. Some days we might fall apart, and some nights might feel cold and dark. But nobody wins if we're afraid of losing, and the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Someday we'll look back and smile and know that it's worth every mile. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Starting over. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Starting over.
Hello again. All right. A couple things. I wrote myself a note because I saw a movie last night with Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson. Oops. Called Angel's Kiss. It was my first kickoff for Christmas, and it reminded me of Jackson, so I just thought I'd say that because when Chris Christopherson, bless his soul, passed away, he played some keys, and it just reminded me of him. See, so we all think of each other at different times when we learn what different things mean to different people. But it was a beautiful, lots of country singers, and I think it was made in like 2013. But the premise was not like in Christmas because of pain and hurt, and Willie Nelson played Santa Claus and had a very graceful presence, and that's what we're talking about today. We are talking about a grace-filled life, and how to have that grace-filled life, and how principle and science of mind ties into that. Also, I wanted to take some time to announce that we're really ramping up and preparing for January. So we're going to have Reverend Helen's going to be doing her class. I'll be teaching foundations, and we're going to have a year full of education. So that's always good news, and we're very excited about. So I didn't want to forget to mention that. Also, November 4th, we have a double hitter. We have Kay, who's a practitioner and got her start here, actually. She's at West Valley. She's doing the talk and sound bowl healing after church on after the talk on November 4th. And then Celia, November 2nd. Sorry, I apologize. Thank you for the correction. And I'm ahead of the days. But I just wanted to let you guys know so you can bring a friend, make a plan, because we got that fabulous doubleheader. Thanks to Jackson, he's brought Celia here, and we know that everybody loves her, and she will have a concert on Saturday night as well, and we'd love to fill this place up for her and really give her a great big CSLP welcome. So I think that's all the announcements. Let me move this before I trip over it. But outside of that, let's get started with our talk, and I wanted to start with Ernest Holmes' quote here. So grace is not something that God gives. It is the nature of God itself. So grace is the rhythm, the natural rhythm of spirit moving through all creation. And without effort or condition, it's not earned. We can't bargain for it. It's not withheld. It simply is. Our task is not to chase grace, but to recognize it. Grace is revealed to us through our hard work, and you don't have to do hard work for grace to reveal itself. But because often we believe that we do, it usually is revealed through a very trying circumstance, a challenge, and it comes as a revelation as opposed to an understanding or an education. So grace usually reveals itself when we are really looking inward, trying to understand ourselves or maybe something that we've created because it's our life and we are responsible for it. So opening with this story, the river and the rock. There once was a woman who carried a heavy stone everywhere she went. Carved into that stone was, "Be strong, be good, be enough." She believed her worth depended on carrying that stone well. One day, weary, she came to a wide river. She believed her worth depended on carrying this stone, and sitting by the river, she wept because the stone became so heavy. The water shimmered like lights made of liquid, and she set the stone down for a while and whispered, "I've done all I can. I'm tired now." The river replied, not in words, but in knowing and understanding, "Child, I have been flowing beside you all along. I never asked you to carry the stone. I only asked you to let it go." She lifted the stone, kissed it, and placed it in the river. The current received it easily, joyfully, carrying it away. And she realized grace was never something she needed to earn. It is what carried her all along. So grace is what carries us through our human experiences. Grace is what reveals to us very sharply sometimes what we're believing. We have our subjective inner presence that is your natural state, and it is who you are. And then we have our objective world, which we create through our beliefs, ideas, and mainly your life and is who you are, not necessarily what you believe. So grace reveals itself in times of, I am sure it can reveal itself to you in times of great joy, but we don't really call out in times of great joy. We call out in times of great sorrow and in suffering, or in relationship issues or job issues, or we need a house, we need a car. And we are trying to understand, specifically by coming to a place like this, how grace works and how it fills us up. Grace is the natural rhythm of the divine. Grace is the current of life itself. the unseen intelligence that holds planets in our orbit. It makes our heart beat. It's our intuition. When we surrender our resistance, things that once felt happy begin to move. Unhappiness begins to move with ease. So I know for me personally, because I'm human and I struggle with things, I have a lot of people in my life that help me. I meet with a lot of people to help me look, to help me see, to help me understand. And one of the stories recently was I was really trying to understand this relationship. And for me, I'm always looking inward. How am I responsible? How did I do this? How did I create it? And sometimes it does not allow me to set the necessary boundaries because there's a part of Tracy that likes to roar. And so part of my dynamic is to keep that roar in, which is not authentic living. And so by grace, when you inquire enough, the grace is the message that comes that opens the door for you to see and have a revelation or a revealing that changes the direction in which you go. It is the fire that burns all false discordance away. So for me personally, I was meeting with Reverend Darlene, and I was talking to her about some challenges that I was having, and she's like, oh, what we have here is some needs not being met. And I didn't quite understand her at first. I was like, It caught my ear, though. Something catches your ear. You're like, well, there's some, Spirit's got something there for me. And she continued with, let's go down an I deserve list. What is it that you think you deserve? And oddly enough, at first I was like, oh, here we go again. We're going to talk about spiritual stuff, and I just want a pragmatic answer. Just give me the answer, please. And so she was running off these things, and I was writing them really fast. Like, I deserve my beautiful family. I deserve a beautiful leadership group. I deserve a phenomenal board, which I have. I deserve, to have become a minister. I deserve, and I thought, oh, that's so interesting, because before when I talked about I deserve, it would be more like, I deserve it, why don't I have it? And now it was a revealing of, oh yes, I deserve that as a essence or an answer or a surrender. And I knew that because it lifted my heart instead of making me feel uncomfortable. It made the hairs on my arm stand up as it revealed to me that I could say, you know what, I do deserve that. And what came after that was, oh, you didn't think you did, because there was still that story of I'm not good enough. And the reality is we are good enough. You're good enough. I'm good enough. And grace, when we inquire to it and we listen intently, shares ways that are specific to you and your personality on how you can hear it. So it usually comes for me through reading a book or Instagram, because I like to scroll, or TV or something, right? That some little message captures your attention and it just plays with your mind. It ruminates in there and you're like, oh, why is this sticking like glue? And then grace starts to reveal to you a bigger and broader message. So I heard Matthew McConaughey has this beautiful book out called Prayer. I ordered it because I don't have it yet. I happened to see this. And Stories in Prayer, I think. I'd have to check on it. But in this, he has this, he was meeting with Gail and Oprah, and he was meeting and sitting down talking about his book, and she said, I really love this poem called The Better Man. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Now, I'm not going to repeat the poem to you. It's not a very long one, and you should check out the book because I was scanning through some videos that he was, and it seems like a beautiful book. But in this particular case, he was talking about a better man is harder to be than a nice man. A nice man is a pleaser, woman or man, and they do things to please and to avoid difficulties, and sometimes they find themselves in situations where they're trying to be nice and please, and they don't understand that they're creating their own issue or problem. A better man makes the hard choice, has to stand firm, and it can be quite difficult to be the better man, but the better man stands for something for himself and for others. And I thought that was so interesting, and it stood out to me. When I was in banking, I used to compare myself to all other managers and go, I want to be a nice manager. I wanted to be nice. And when I heard this poem, it healed this old story that I have. You have to be nice. You can be the better woman or the better man and still be kind. That truth reveals through love all that needs to be said. And when grace is the revealer, it is heard in the manner and intention that it is supposed to. When it is nice, grace isn't so much there. I mean, grace is always there, but we're using our ego personality not to offend, and we're not telling the truth. We're hiding in essence. So grace not only reveals the truth about you, but also what you want to say and that you deserve to say it. And when we come to it through surrender, it can be heard in the intention that it was meant. When we surrender resistance, that thing that pushes and pulls, the things that once felt heavy begin to move with ease. So grace is the mover of, grace does the hard thing. It reveals to you the deep-seated belief that you might not be conscious of. I know I talk to a lot of people and I'll say, oh, could we possibly have a situation where you're not feeling enough? And the first thing I usually hear is, no, I think I'm enough. I'm enough. If you've ever met with a practitioner or you've ever had a session, you might hear a practitioner, once they get to know you and in a kind way, say, sometimes when we don't think we're enough, the outward manifestation is this. And I, again, always most often hear, no, I'm enough. That's not it. And by the resistance or the pull that you're onto something, but they haven't seen that in consciousness yet. They haven't had the revealing. Grace has brought this relationship together for a revealing. So much like the stone, we carry these false beliefs, these discordant facts, these ideas about ourselves, and we go out into the world to try to change the world, but we don't look inward to have grace reveal to us that it's just a slight change of the camera angle to see the reality of what's going on, and that you don't have to be unkind towards yourself or towards others, that it's just a discordant thought or an idea that is ruminating, something someone told you that you believed about yourself, and grace is the fire that burns that away to reveal to you that you are the great and beautiful presence in human form, and all it wants to know is to get to know itself. It wants to experience life through you, through this body-mind that it has created. So as we inquire into grace, an honest question is, if grace is everywhere, why does hard things still happen? Grace does not erase contrast. It transforms our relationships. Even in hardship, grace is the stillness that whispers, I am here. It's not punishment. It's the presence that redeems what the mind calls unfair. It's tied to a principle, divine presence. There is one life, and that life is God, and that life is our life now. And if that is true, then it proves that grace is always at work revealing to you. And sometimes when the pressure gets enough, the revelation comes and it opens our consciousness, expands our consciousness to see the reality in a new way, and it just calms you down and something shifts, but you're not really quite able to explain to you how it shifts. Like, I could spend time telling you how this story shifted in my mind, but it was just a slight shift that I felt in my heart, but couldn't really be able to explain to you in words. It was a truth that was revealed to me, and that I recognized in that moment that grace revealed it to me, because the change in here needed to happen in a way that opened up my heart to reveal the I deserves in a whole new way. And when the I deserves come to play, right? So we have deservedness and we have desire. So desire is Spirit's idea for its own incarnation, and I deserves come from you deserve it because you are Spirit creating it, and then the manifestation or the outward world is the idea in form. So if we don't like the idea in form, then we must go back to our original thought, and we must look at that and tear it apart and ask why. Grace is a revelation, not a rescue. Grace is a revelation, not a rescue. It opens our eyes to what was always true. Love has never stopped flowing. If we inquire into grace as the recognition of truth, we see that if grace is doing everything, what about my free will? What about my roles? Well, grace doesn't remove free will, but it partners with it. We are the channels through which grace expresses, and our responsibility is to align to it, not control. When we align to grace, when we recognize from the inside out that, yes, I truly do deserve it, not because I'm Tracy, not because I'm a minister, not because I'm a boss, a leader, a mother. I deserve it because I am. I am that. And so are you. You deserve all the good, as Curtis Hopkins, blah, 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 blah. As Emma Curtis Hopkins says, there's good in the world and you ought to have it. Do you know why you ought to have it? Because you are that. You are the presence itself. And what happened is we have this misidentification with our personality that makes up all kinds of crazy stories. And, that's the nature of the mind. The revealing of your truest and highest self has to come as a revelation to you, because I can't give that to you. I can talk about it. I can point. You can go to a practitioner. You could take a class. But the direct experience revealing comes to you through an inquiry. That is grace revealing itself and expanding and opening your aperture of consciousness so that you have a better feeling about you and why you're here. And then that magnetizes your nature, and you draw all of those experiences of the new idea to you, hence an affirmation. And an affirmation is very interesting because we can say them, and we often do, and sometimes when we say them, we're like, oh, that's so beautiful, I want to embody that. But if we don't take time to tear it apart, look at it, define some of the words, and really find out why that's true for you, it will miss. Grace isn't missing. We miss it. And the revelation of it, and it never stops. My teacher, Reba, used to say, don't worry about it. Go back out there. There's 5 more experiences you'll have that show you the same thing. So you can't get it wrong. That's the first thing, is you can't get it wrong. There's nothing for you to do. You already are that. And somewhere along the line, we stopped believing it, and we weren't even conscious that we stopped believing it. We're just knowing that something doesn't feel right, that something feels crooked, discordant, and no matter how good things are, I just want to be happy. Somebody said something to me yesterday about they're in relationship, and they said, I got everything I want. You're the woman of my dreams. I have the house, I have the kids, I have the blended family, but I still feel unfulfilled. So we get everything. It brings us this temporary happiness, but the full fulfillment is the revelation of grace, that happiness is your true nature, and that all of the things that you desire are brought to you, and you deserve them, and they do bring a certain sense of happiness. But when you look out and you start to see that everything you ever wanted is already here, and that you are drawing it to you by the new and higher belief, then there's a reason to do the work, and grace is revealing to you through that. So for me, the better man was, it's, not leadership isn't always easy. Being a mother isn't always easy. We have children. I would like for anyone to tell me that being a mother is easy. It's joyful sometimes, but it is the hardest, one of the hardest jobs I've ever done. And the hardest thing is when your kid wants to watch 8 hours of YouTube, and you kind of want to let him because it gives you a break, but you know that it's not mentally healthy for them. So you have to take it away and then deal with the, and you're like, who told me this was fun? I don't know. But there's this beautiful thing that happens. You know that you are teaching them a series of lessons in principle when you can connect and then direct, but you can't do that unless you believe it about yourself. Children are the greatest teachers of grace. The greatest teachers of grace. Just sit with my 3-year-old while he cries for an hour. You'll see that grace is the greatest teacher. Grace is the marriage of desire, deservingness, and consciousness. This was the biggest revelation that Spirit gave me this week in researching this talk. When desire is pure and it's not a craving, it's Spirit longing to express through us. When deservingness is realized, We open to receive without apology. I don't have to apologize to you for thinking that I deserve something wonderful, because you know what? You do too. That's how we're the same. Me deserving it doesn't take away your deservedness. Me wanting a beautiful whatever doesn't take anything away from you. This is the story, I believe, about Jesus and feeding the masses, is that, this idea that if I give it to you, I don't have it. No, you deserve it, and so do I. And through that deservedness, we can celebrate one another, and I can hold that light for you. But if I believe in lack and limitation, and you get something, I'm going to be kind of jealous. That's a key that we're a little off track, right? But as a practitioner, they hold the light to the truth. When they hear jealous tendencies, they know you're just off track with a discordant thought because someone taught you if you don't have it, blank. That's up to you to fill in. But when you unapologetically know that you are that spirit and form, that there is only one life, when we release the illusion of separation, grace reveals what has been true all along, that you are deserved unapologetically, I can't say that word, everything you ever wanted. And guess what? You're getting it whether you like it or not. That's grace. That's the law. Grace uses the law to show you that it's always working. I love that grace is a revelation. And once I saw that for myself, you cannot unsee it. And it lifts your spirits. It lifts your mood. It lifts your belief and confidence about yourself. And spirit reveals itself to you more when you're confident. Spirit reveals the higher wisdoms to you when you are confident that you are able to carry it and that you believe in yourself. But if you are not confident, you probably or may not hear it, and there might be just a little bit more self-work that needs to be done, but only in the spirit of revelation. If grace is doing everything, and the principle attached to it is oneness, all life is one, then the affirmation can be, I see through the illusion to the wholeness of what's already here. When desire is pure, and it's not a craving, the spirit longing to express itself through us does. When deservedness is realized, we open to receive without apology, once again. When consciousness is uplifted, the law of mind acts in perfect harmony with it. Perfect harmony means you get exactly what you believe, exactly what you believe, exactly what you believe, exactly who you are, and whether you like it or not. And sometimes that can be quite painful, and we get stuck there because we're like, what am I doing? Why am I responsible for this? What do I need to change? And we start changing for the other people, but not changing inwardly to have a different experience. When we have the revelation, you have to do nothing outside of yourself. It changes automatically because you've opened up a new level of consciousness. You've taken on a new belief, which must manifest a new reality, a higher, a better reality. And you know what? It doesn't matter because this is life and something's always happening, and so you're going to be able to improve it time and time again. When desire is pure, deservingness is realized, and consciousness is uplifted, the result is effortless creation, which is grace in action. Say that with me, grace in action. That's how it moves in your life. That is what's beautiful. We move from need and want, which come from fear, into desire and deserve, born of faith. The moment we stop trying to earn what is already ours, life unfolds easily, beautifully, and guess what? Gracefully. And when we inquire to that, how will I know when I'm experiencing grace? Well, you'll have that aha feeling. The hairs on your arms will stand up. Grace often feels like the quiet shift from striving to trust. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Striving, I'm doing it, to trust. Peace replacing panic, forgiveness softening your heart, timing aligning perfectly. And what we call coincidence is often grace simply unrecognized. I love that. I love that. I've always wanted a definition of coincidence in a broader way. My desires are holy. My worth is certain, and so is yours. My consciousness is clear. Grace creates me effortlessly. I don't have to pay attention out there. I just have to do what grace commands me to do. And if it is telling me to treat and move my feet, then I must trust that I'm going in this action. And my mind must see the desired outcome as a deservedness. I deserve this outcome. We deserve as a community to be financially whole. We deserve to be full. We deserve to be flowing over. We deserve everything that we get. And as we as a community take this idea on for ourselves, that we are worthy because we are, that rolls into our community, and the community expands and grows, and energy changes and shifts, and we fall in love with one another. And there's going to be push and pulls because we're people, but we find the way to move through those things effortlessly and easily because we know the secret of law. And that's what this is built on, and that's what sometimes, me included, lose sight of. And it's so beautiful when grace shows it to you once again. If grace meets me where I am, why practice? Well, spiritual practice doesn't earn grace. It clears the receptors, perception, meditation, prayers, and stillness, polish the lens through which we see reality. And we don't practice to attract God. We practice to recognize our own nature. You are the nature of God. And sometimes that light is dimmed and our awareness seems small. But when the revelation comes that you deserve it, unapologetically, you are worth it, and a new way of viewing that comes and it hits you, you will see that no work to do out here, it's to do in here. As Jackson's song, imagine, pause, insert grace. Your job is to see it, believe it, feel it, and to recognize why you think you're unworthy of it, and you can tell that you have a feeling of worthiness when you go to I deserve or I desire and you can't come up with anything. I've been there too. And when it changes, it is so profound. It is so profound, it moves you to a new way of being. Grace is the presence that meets you where you are. Grace doesn't wait for perfection. You do not have to be perfect. You already are. It meets us exactly where we are. It sits with us in confusion, exhaustion, and even resistance, and whispers, you're still on holy ground. Grace is immediate, it is intimate, and it is unconditional. When we accept what we already are worthy of, grace doesn't have to find us. It reveals it never left. If grace meets me where I am, then the principle to that must be love. Love is the self-givingness of spirit, the ever-present current that meets every condition with compassion and wholeness. Affirm with me, grace finds me here, as I am, and carries me into the greater good. In a closing reflection, grace, a grace-filled life is not about control or perfection. It's about awareness, receptivity, and trust. When we release the stone of striving and rest in the current of divine love, which you already are, we realize we were never apart from grace. We were simply learning to see it. And that reveals our humanness. And closing in prayer with this idea. I release the stone of striving and rest in that current of divine grace. I am the flow in which all things move. I surrender myself to the river to take away all discordant ideas that there is not enough, that I am not enough. Fear, lack, and limitation are erased by the prophetic realization that you deserve to have a life filled with grace, love, abundance, joy, happiness. It reveals to you that you need nothing added unto you, that you are full exactly as you are. And these words dispel any discordant thought for any problem that arises, for any ideas of lack or limitation. We go back to principle. There is only one. There is only one mind, and that mind is God's mind, and God's mind is my mind right here, right now. And that mind reveals to me my divine perfection in essence is ever present and overflowing. And when I forget, grace brings me the outward manifestation to turn my little behind around and put me back on the path of the truth. And it sets you free into the principle of freedom. I release these words knowing that Spirit has given them to Spirit by Spirit for the greater revelation of its beautiful essence, grace. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. Thank you, love. I release it and I know it. And so it is.
So it is.
You might know this one. This is another little known group called the Beatles.
I know the Beatles.
Join in. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, well, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. We let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Well, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music, and Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. We'll do that one more time. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Wow, that is beautiful. That sums up grace. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom and let it be. It is that time in our service where our ushers will circulate, and any givingness, any love, any fullness that you have that wants to flow itself over into our precious hands to be more, do more, and provide more. We are grateful for every gift of time, talent, and treasure. Thank you. And I believe we need an affirmation. There we go. Thank you, Justin. He's doing an amazing job.
Yes.
Everybody give Justin a hand. Yeah. All right. Say it with me like you are it. You are the embodiment of spirit, divine love in and through me. Blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. Thank you, life.
I believe that the answer to every question is love. Love is gentle as a rose. Conquer any war. It's time to take a stand. Brothers, sisters, join hands. You've got to let love rule. You've got to let love rule. Come on now. Let love transcends all space and time. And love can make a little child smile. Can't you see? This can't go wrong. We've gotta be strong. We can't do it alone. We've got to let love rule. Let love rule. We've got to let love rule. Come and sing it with me now. Let love rule. One more time. Let love rule, everybody. Let love rule. All right, I lied. One more time. Everybody singing. Let love rule.
Yeah, man.
I just love saying, Sky Daddy. Who doesn't like to say that? Come on. Everybody, give him a round hand. Woo, 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 woo. Miss Nina, thank you so much for your service. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, yes. See, we can, instead of having their backs to you, we get to see this glorious being. We love her so much, don't we? Yes, she does a lot for the center, her and Nancy, but specifically this is her shining moment. So let's give her one. Woo! We love you. We love you. All right, everybody. We are just so grateful. Now that we know the truth, we are. So therefore, everything is. And God always gives us what we need. It might not be what we want, but it is what we need. And what we need right now are the gifts of Spirit, and we desire them. so therefore it is so. I don't know, I'm kind of in cloud 9 right now, so I'm just telling you the happiness that is me is flowing over and joyful for all the gifts that are given, for all the people present, for all the ways that we interact with one another, for all the ways that we listen and we don't listen, and how everyone shows up. It's all pointing us to the truth, to our value, to our unique individual place on this planet. And these gifts help us to provide those teachings to you. So for that, we are grateful. That divine principle of love and givingness. How can you give from a place of what you are not? It is impossible. That spirit is always giving to itself, and it gives to itself and replenishes itself. And that is grace that we can believe in. I pour that into the law, knowing that any thought opposite of it is dissolved immediately, and that trust is built, and love comes forward, and the magnetic energy of divine nature expresses itself to all you meet today, to all you see, and to all you touch, and it draws them unto us. And we are so happy about that. Thank you, life. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, love. Amen. There you go. And so it is. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, here we go. We have new people. And are you going to be brave enough to stand up so I can say hi to you? Hi. How are you? Please tell us who you are and how you found us.
I'm Julie Stone. And,
Hi, Leslie. You found us. Spirit brought you here by grace. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Often our friends drag us, kicking and screaming, saying, I got this great place, and it's just the perfect place for you. That's grace. But I don't know if you came kicking and screaming, but thank you for coming. Appreciate it. There are used books in the bookstore. As a new person, we want to welcome you in Sibley Hall and talk to you, get to know you more, answer any questions, and get any feedback that you'd like to give. We love to hear feedback from new folks. Please tell me your name.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. Woo! Answering the call. I love it. Thank you. Welcome. Hi. Hello. Hi, David. Well, thank you. We appreciate you giving us another chance. Thank you. Come stay. Anybody else courageous enough to stand up? I see new people, but I won't call you out. Well, that's okay. If you're new and you're here, we love you. We honor you. Thank you for honoring the call of spirit to come serve yourself. We are a loving, joy-filled community, and we always strive to put principle first. And we are a work in progress. And if you join us, you can be with us in that progress as well. We love you, and thank you so much. All right. And we are going to stand for the benediction. Jackson,
It's
you
that
want to
time, yeah.
take it away? All right.
So do me a favor, grab a hand if you feel comfortable doing so. We're going to say that benediction up on the screen, and then, as is our wont, we're going to sing out with the peace song. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be with God as creator. We're a family.
with me.